Guys, I'm back again with another recording. I'm back with another video. So today I wanted to break down this artwork that I posted on IG. I think 2 days ago. I think so. Yeah. So the Blackstars are having a match. I think today is Thursday. They have a match at 4 p.m. So I did an artwork, like a match day artwork, for them that I wanted to break down. So let's go through this. So this is the actual artwork. This is how it looks like. This is everything: post, editing, lighting. I think that the actual one I posted didn't have lighting, but this I added lighting to it to make it look good. So meaning if you're on YouTube now, you're getting a bonus actually. Those on IG didn't get a bonus, right? Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you guys for 16 subscribers, man. We'll probably go up. Anyways. Alright, so these are the images that I use. So I have that dummy bridge here. In case you're not Ghanaian, you might not know. But if you're Ghanaian, I mean, you already know. So I use that dummy bridge. I have that dummy bridge. I have Kudos. I mean, the Ghana, the Nima boy right here. Plays for Ajax. I think if you don't know, you can look him up. It's very good. And Inaki Williams. Yeah, one of our strikers. So these are the three images that I actually use. So anything that you see in the artwork, I did it by myself. I did it with Photoshop or maybe Illustrator. So let's go through. Let's go. Let's not waste time. So there's the artboard. I actually cleared all the layers. I've closed all the layers now. So let me reveal it a bit. So kindly comment here. Let me know if you want me to start everything from scratch and go like I'm teaching a toddler. Do you get me? Like if you're beginner, like I'm talking like you started Photoshop like yesterday or 2 hours ago, and you want me to break it down like to the little detail, just let me know. I will do that for you. All right, so let me bring in the images. So I have my background already white. As you know, I start with solid color, keep it white, clean all the time. Yeah, so I have my background white, and let me bring in the images. So I have Inaki. Let me open this. Yeah, they are here. So I have Inaki coming in. This is the Inaki layer. I think I've already edited it, but yeah, I did a couple of camera effects on it. But this is not how it looks. This is how it actually looks. So after the camera raw effect, this is how it appears. Yeah, it makes it nice. All right, so on top of it, I think I added a bit selective color. The red channel, I switched it a bit to make his skin look more dramatic. Yes. And on top of that, levels layer revealed over here, and I have another levels layer. So this is actually a multiply. Yeah, just to bring out more of the details, the shadow parts, to bring more details out of it. And I have on top of it, I have a screen, the highlights parts, just to pop them out, to bring them out here, and give us like his skin tone a bit more detail and features. All right, so I think so down this actual part I wanted to cover is because I was bringing in Kudos, the man himself. So I just have just a brush, a red color with a brush on top of a new layer that I just painted, and the yellow, so red and yellow color. I mean, Ghana colors, red, yellow, and green. Yeah, so that's what I did to this part. So it's just a brush tool, just brushing it up. Yeah, that's the whole thing. All right. So from there, I think I brought in the stadium. There's a stadium that I brought in. We'll come back to the lighting later. That will come later. So this is how it looks initially. So the initial bit. So I have the stadium here. This is a stadium that I brought in. Let me show you how the stadium looks like. So this is the actual stadium, but I didn't want the whole color. I didn't want the whole thing to show up. So I just wanted a smaller part of it. So that was the stadium. All right, so let me reveal. So this is the stadium. This is how it looks like. Then I added a hue and saturation layer on top of the stadium to make it look red, to mimic the red color that I have underneath here. So I just had a hue and saturation colorize it to make it look red. That's why I think you don't see part of most of the stadium. I reduced the opacity as well. Yeah. So from the stadium, I brought in Kudos, the man himself. All right. So yes, Kudos. Yeah, Kudos, Muhammad, top guy. So yeah, with Kudos. Yeah. So this the camera raw effects. I mean, it looks a bit dull. Like, it's not popping out really for me. The skin tone is not looking good for me. So I had to do a bit camera raw effects and a sharp mask. You get me? So I think it will load up a bit. Yeah. So as you can see, these are the render filters. The filters are coming in. So this is how it looks after the camera reflecting the sharp marks. And behind him, I added an outer glow with a yellow color. Yeah, this is the outer glow. Yeah, this is the outer glow. The settings, in case you want to do. Yeah. So lighting from underneath him, bit of yellow lighting, added lighting to kudos as well. And there's more of the lighting. There you go. So this is also the levels layer, that what I did for Inaki, to reveal more of his skin tone, to bring like the muscle definition to the player itself. When you're doing a sports edit, you need a lot of muscle definition. It makes it look good. It makes it look real athletic. So that one is good. So this is the highlight, to bring out the highlight. That one to bring out the shadows. I have a brightness to just brighten them up a bit. And yeah, the lighting, just the yellow lighting around him. I just used the yellow. I could have used the hue and saturation, but it felt, I don't know. I just felt like using just the yellow color, a brighter yellow color, just to redo the edges here. So that's kudos. So that's how the artwork. I mean, you can see things are coming out clean. So after the kudos, I have a back color here that I used, green color. It's actually a red green. So yeah, this is how it looks initially when I did it. But I was like, nah, I need to add the Ghana green. So I just brought in the green on top of it. Yes. And I added the text, the Ghana text that I just slashed across. And I have a Amate here just a little bit, but I don't think you actually see him. So I just placed him there. So yeah. So let's bring in, so that with that being done, I have my colors, I have my Ghanaian colors, I have my Nike looking good. This is how it stays look. So I wanted the black star that you saw from the artwork. So yeah, so this Blackstars. So I wanted to bring that one in. So I'll show the Blackstar was actually, it wasn't an image that I picked up the internet. I had to design the Blackstar itself because it looked, the star that I wanted, yeah, I had to do it myself. I actually didn't look for any star. I didn't think I would have found one. So I just, yeah. So there's a star. This is how it looks like after all the editing. So let me just go to this matte object and show you how the star looks like. So this is how it looks like, right? This is the folder, and as you can see, I have a couple of effects on it and all that stuff. So let me just close this up and show you how. So this is how it looks like. It looks like a 3D, but it's not actually a 3D. They are just blend modes that are bevel and emboss that I use. So this is how it looks like when I brought it back from Illustrator. So I just did this shape in Illustrator, then I added this bevel and emboss to it to make it the edges come out like this. Then a couple of hue and saturation to change the color a bit to a gold color. Yes. Then underneath it, I wanted it to look 3D, so I just did this 3D shape. Then I added a bevel and emboss to make it look golden as well. Then on top of it, created another shape, the star shape. As you can see, the dark shape. So I had to cut out these edges. So I wanted to bring a metallic effect to it on top of the star. So I just added this metallic texture. So this is how the metallic texture look like. Yes, I added this texture to it. So it makes it look metallic, golden metallic. I added curves layer to brighten up some of the parts. So that's how the star came about. So as you can see, yeah, this is the star that I edited it. So it wasn't like a real 3D. I wanted to go and use Cinema 4D to do it, but it will be very difficult in case someone is learning, someone doesn't know Cinema 4D. But you can use Photoshop to create a 3D effect. That's what I wanted to show people. Yeah, that's some of the tricks that I use a lot. Yes. So let me just know. It looks the same anyway, so regardless. Yeah. Alright, so this is the star. And on top of the star, I have a hue and saturation just to brighten everything up, to give it a more saturated golden color. Yeah, right there. So you can see the difference. This is a bit yellowish, dull, but this it pops it up, gives it that golden, that Ghanaian golden color. Yeah, we are a land of gold. It means Gold Coast, as we know. So I have one here, and I have a couple. I think I added one underneath here and one on top of that. So these are the other one. They are similar things, the same thing. So on top of this one, I actually have a blur, a motion blur to it. Yeah, so that it looks like it's moving from top to it's moving across the artboard. So I have a motion blur to it. So this is the more. Let me click it so that you can see the motion blur. Let me render this filters. Alright, so this is the motion blur. It's about 45 angle degrees and 19 in terms of pixels. So that's the motion blur that I added to it. And I have an outer glow as well, just to make it, yellowish outer glow just to make it bring the glow outside. So that's the other star, and they're actually 3 stars. So the last one will come later. Alright, so I have my kudos and let's go. This part is where I use this Adobe bridge as I showed earlier. Yeah, I use this bridge. I wanted to cover this part. Yeah, so this is how the bridge looks like. I have a filter gallery, a glass effect. That if you want to do the same glass effect, you can go to filter, then you go to filter gallery here, right here. Alright, so let me show you. Let me go to filter gallery. As you can see, let me just double click this, then it pops out filter gallery. So I have this glass effect on it to make it look glassy. That's all. So these are my settings. So if you can copy, if you can tweak it to fit you in case you are doing anything. So it looks dark. I mean, it's black. I know, but it doesn't look good this way. So I wanted, as you know, golden because we are Gold Coast. There you go. All right. So on top of it, I did add a solid color, which is yellow. This yellowish color to it. So as you can see, we are coming in gold. And I added noise to it just to make it a bit noisy, like give it a rough texture, a rough surface. Yeah, so I have another yellow, painted it in. There's the blend mode for this one is linear light, but this is actually color. And this linear light it makes it brighter. The linear light makes it brighter. It brightens it up. You get me? I have on top of it, I have this one with a linear burn. So this one makes it darker. You get me? It burns the color, so it makes it darker. These are the colors that too. So we are trying to achieve the golden color that I wanted, that I prefer. So another solid color. This one is turned to color. So I added this one to another yellow, but it's a bit darker than the previous one. And this orange comes in with a linear dodge. So that gives it that golden color that I wanted, like a really shining metallic gold. Yes, that I wanted. So that is what you see here. So it's actually just the Adobe bridge that I placed behind him. Alright, so let's go and the star. There's another star that I placed here. It also has a motion blur to it. I also use the same thing, the same hue and saturation to make it pop out like that. It looks nice. So everything looks coordinated. The yellow colors looks coordinated on the artwork. That makes everything look nice. So let's go back to Inaki, the lighting for Inaki. It was just a hue and saturation. Yes, so it's colorized. Mostly I use colorize for my highlight. So I turn up the highlight to the color that I really want. I turn up the saturation all the way up and lighten a bit all the way up to about 31 thereabout. Then I switch the colors to make me feel the highlight. Then what I do is I invert it, so I darken it, that I just paint back the size that I really want. If you don't know how to do it, you can check out my previous video on Black Sharif. Yes, right on my channel. You can check out that video. With that, I show how I create a layer mask and invert it and paint back the part that I want. But I'm not gonna do it here. If you want to say, like, as I said, if you want me to start everything from scratch, you can just drop a comment and I'll do it. But right now I'm just breaking it down how the whole artwork was done. So that's the highlight that you see here, the yellow light on the nose and the eyes. So the light is coming in from the left side across. So those are the parts that are going to experience lighting. So this green color too, I added light to the hair as well because of the green color here. We're going to brighten it up. So that's the same hue and saturation. As you can see, colorized. This one switched to green, a very brighter green, and the blend mode to linear dodge. So if I switch it to normal, you see how it looks like. Yeah, that's how it looks like. But I bring it back to linear dodge, yeah, it brightens a bit. Yeah, and you can see this side there are two intersecting boxes here. So these are just the blend options. Let me double click it. So as you can see, the underlying layer here, I tweaked it a bit, yeah, just to reveal the hair part. Yeah, so we just hold one of the buttons and just tweak it. As you can see, yeah, you can see what is happening on the artwork on the right side, the hair right now. Yeah, so that's the tweaking to reveal a bit of the underlying layer, so that it doesn't look like, it looks a bit realistic. It doesn't look like I just painted green light on it. You get me? This makes it look realistic and it looks nice. So these are the things that you can use as well. Yeah, let me know if you want to know more about these underlying layer stuff. It's actually quite very important when you try to do a realistic, very vivid, realistic stuff. All right, let's go back. So I think I have my lighting on the Inaki. So I think most of that that's it. That's how it went. Right now it doesn't look like it was much, but it took me quite some time just to come up with this stuff. So when you see the breakdown getting this shorter, the actual artwork wasn't that easy to come up with. So you have the text right here. That's Ghana, Angola, Babayara Stadium, blah blah blah, right there. Placed it right there just to fill up the artwork. And underneath I have a stroke text. It's just the same text that I converted to shape, and I just did a stroke and placed it under right there. That's Ghana, Angola, the same text. And on top I have these rainbow leaks. These are just rainbow, like it gives it like a color RGB leak, like lens leaks. Yeah. So it's turned to screen because I don't want the black side. Yes. So let me turn it to normal. You see how the rainbow leaks look like. This is how it looks like on the normal. Yeah. But you just switch it to screen, then it removes all the blacks and just keeps my rainbow popping up. That's it. So this is basically how the artwork was done. Yeah. So that's how I kept everything simple. And I did a post edit too. So after everything, I just add my post edit. This is how post it looks like. I added these color lookups. So this is 3 stripe, 10 down to 47, and another one 4 colors, 10 down to 47 as well. It makes the whole thing blends and comes together. Do you get me? So let me just turn this on. So this is how it looks without the post. This is how it looks with the post. All right, so you see this looks a bit nicer and it makes put together. All right, guys. So please subscribe, like, comment. I mean all that good stuff. You know. The more you like, the more you sub, like it gives me motivation to keep doing this stuff, because I do a whole lot of video. If you're not on my IG too, you can go to IG and follow. The link will be in the description. Let's go follow IG. I do a lot of stuff, and let me know which one you want me to break down. So until then, see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe. All right, bye.